If you like this video, please click on the like button. Comment with the names of the movies you would like us to cover next. Click the subscribe button and press the bell icon to get notified of our latest creations. We cover 100 movies from around the world every day. To advertise with our channel, reach out to us. Our contact information is on our channel page. Now, let's move to the plot of this movie.
The Rosales family are a wealthy Filipino-American family living in an upscale neighborhood in San Francisco. Jobert Rosales is the grandson of Carmelo Rosales, an elderly Filipino World War II veteran living in the United States who tells his war stories to his grandson Jobert. In one flashback, he tells the story of his participation during World War II, when his unit was ordered to bury the Yamashita treasure. One day, Jobert returns home to find his parents murdered and his grandfather missing. Jobert decides to go back to the Philippines, and on the flight, he finds the clues to a hidden treasure in his grandfather's coded wartime journal, which serves as a key to the location of the treasure, and becomes engrossed with it. During his trip, news of his parents' murder and grandfather's disappearance spread around the globe. However, upon arrival in Manila, Jobert is unaware that he has become the center of attention, especially when a journalist gives him a business card at Ninoy Aquino International Airport. His nervousness increases after an uncomfortable interrogation with Police General Rivers. Jobert happily reunites with his old friends and former classmates, but the reunion turns sour when they are ambushed and abducted by mercenaries, who take them to Edmundo Mariano. As Emong reveals his innocence and his concern for Melo's safety, a man named Nolasco and his troops arrive and reveal that they sent the mercenaries, adding that the said abduction was a preventive operation to protect Jobert and his friends from being captured by corrupt members of the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Task Force (PAOCTF), who form part of an unknown criminal syndicate interested in the treasure with the intention to abduct and kill Jobert and his friends after they find the said loot. Nolasco also reveals himself and Emong to be top Philippine government officials, with the latter serving as the country's Yamashita treasure expert, and adds that Melo was kidnapped by the same unknown syndicate, headed by Noguchi, a Japanese World War II veteran, and his underboss Jaco. When Nolasco states that they know how to find Melo and save him, an ambush occurs, wherein Emong leads the team's escape. After a highway chase with the syndicate's henchmen, the team boards a small yacht that will take them to an inter-island ship, which will serve as their safe house. While on the ship, Jobert reads the journal. Flashbacks of Lolo Melo's life show his happy life with his younger brother, Peping, whom he gave an expensive harmonica as a gift before he enlists in the army. Upon the outbreak of World War II, Melo and Peping were captured by the Imperial Japanese Army. While they were tortured by Japanese troops, he and Peping console themselves to relieve their sorrow by listening to the latter's harmonica music. That goes on until General Tomoyuki Yamashita orders them and some pows to be herded in a transport ship bound to Mindoro. They suffered severe maltreatment, from rotational torture, feeding them with meager rations, from spoiled rice to boiled camote roots, and among others. The journal, revealed as the treasure map in pieces, confirms Mindoro as the site. Meanwhile, one of Jobert's friends suspects something about Emong's identity and intentions. Another flashback reveals of Melo's war life. In Mindoro, the pows are forced to dig several large tunnels to bury something. The ship, carrying Yamashita's loot, arrives in Mindoro, and the pows were ordered to place the treasures in the tunnels and place some traps, including land mines. Mello and several others are forced to seal the area afterwards. An American air raid buries his younger brother and some of their fellow prisoners alive. Pepping plays the harmonica one last time, as his co-prisoners died due to suffocation while he dies of his wounds. Upon arrival at Mindoro, the team are met by Jarko and his henchmen. Jobert reunites with Mello, captured by the syndicate's team as asset, bargaining chip and guide, along with multiple trucks to transport the loot. Mello and Jobert leads Jarko and the henchmen into the tunnels, seemingly full of gold, loot and the legendary golden Buddha. Mello tells Jobert to leave the tunnel as he confronts the henchmen. As Jobert's group leaves, Jarko's henchmen try to kill them, but a distraction in the form of a military backup following Noguchi's moves arrives and disposes the henchmen. The group are eventually rescued by Emung, who is revealed to have called the military for help. Back at the tunnels, Mello discovers his younger brother's skeletal remains, along with the rusting harmonica he gave many decades ago. Jarko, seemingly mesmerized by countless loot in his front, opens the golden Buddha only to step on a land mine, causing a chain of explosions that destroys the tunnel, killing everyone including himself. Before Mello dies, he plays the harmonica one last time, while Pepping's spirit smiles in front of him and embraces him. Emung and Jobert's group leads the military to the location of the tunnels only to arrive too late. After the explosion, realizing that some of Noguchi's surviving henchmen are leaving with the loot and treasure loaded in trucks, Jobert tells Emung to call the press about the incident. The resulting media frenzy causes residents and authorities to erect blockades and create human chains to halt the convoy. The blockade succeeds and the henchmen are arrested. Noguchi and Rivers, now revealed to be his accomplice and the mastermind behind the incidents, are also taken to custody. After a flashback shows Yamashita's execution by hanging, Mello and Pepping's remains, as well as those of other pows, are exhumed and buried with full honors in Libinganing Mga Bayani. Quote, an epilogue reveals that Philippine government uses the treasure to pay all its debts and indemnity for veterans and other war victims. Mello and Pepping are posthumously awarded the Philippine Medal of Valor, and EDSA is renamed Carmelo Rosales Avenue due to his honor, heroism and resilience. Single quote.